just hours removed after ACDF surgery. Had C5 or C7 fused. You can see the incision. Went very well. The only pain I have is on the back from the muscles being pulled. I did take a Percocet for that. The pain is manageable. No pain on the incision. No pain from the bracket or any of the work that they did inside of my spinal column. A little tough to swallow, probably from having moved all of my stuff to one side, and then there was the breathing tube. Small sips of cold water help. It's not the type of sore throat that you have when you have strep throat or want to avoid talking because it's so painful, but it's like a little lump. Coming out of anesthesia, I felt kind of crappy, just not because of the anesthesia, but because of I was a little stiff, I was a little dizzy. That passed after about an hour, and then now I'm in here. I'm here watching TV. They're gonna keep me overnight just to make sure a hematoma doesn't form and close my airway. But if you're nervous like I was during ACDF pre-op and the lead up to that, don't be. Thousands upon thousands of people get this procedure every year, and they've got it down to to a science, if you will. They did have a catheter in. They left it in me, which I thought they would have taken out, but I woke up with it in, and I've never had a catheter before, so that was weird. And I assume it's because they weren't sure if I'd be able to get around to go to the bathroom on my own. It was kind of convenient, but if it's in a strange position, it will feel uncomfortable. The physical therapy folks came and walked me down the hallway, and once they saw I was able to get around myself, and that was not an issue at all, then I requested that they remove the catheter. That eventually got removed. If you've never had one, then you're in for a treat. It's not as bad from what I hear as going in, but they pull it out and it's a little like, I'm not too fond of that type of feeling, and then it's over in 5 seconds and you feel normal. I woke up with a soft collar, a little foam 4-inch collar. I didn't have the cervical brace. My doctor, in fact, says I don't need to wear one as long as I'm moving slowly. May want to wear the soft collar when I'm out and about, just to remind myself of my limitations and to protect from other people in other scenarios. But the only ache and pain I'm having now is my trap muscle is sore. Sort of like you lifted too much the day before, but it's significantly sore because it's pulling. My discs were fairly collapsed, so now that they're open, of course, all that muscle gets pulled, and you've got some tension there. But the medication has helped greatly. I'm drinking water. They've given me some broth and Jello, which I handled just fine, and I think they ordered dinner for tonight already, but it's some sort of puree. I did get a cookie cake sent sent in by my daughter-in-law, and I did have some of that unbeknownst to the doctor. But overall, my experience with ACDF surgery has been a piece of cake. If you haven't read, I would bring a button-up shirt to leave the hospital, especially if you're required to wear the collar. That way you don't have to try and pull a shirt over your head, and you're already kind of stiff. It just makes things a little bit easier. So I got to the hospital at about 4:45 this morning, and surgery, I don't know, it was about 9-ish, and now it's going on 3:30, 4 in the afternoon. I'll let you see the incision. So, zero pain right here. I don't know how they do it, but zero pain. Mine's not covered up either. Anyway, I'm going to have to get up to go to the restroom. I'm going to try and go in this little cup here, since it's the first time I've gone since they took the catheter out of it. Look, it's natural to be nervous if it's your first time doing anything. Your imagination will get carried away as far as things that can happen. And everyone's outcome is different, but my experience was pleasant. Again, multi-level ACDF surgery. It's a piece of cake. I'm watching TV. I got to stay overnight tonight in case there's any complications. Hope to be leaving tomorrow before lunch. And if you're thinking about doing this and you're nervous, I think that's natural. But it was a piece of cake. And I would recommend doing it. I think the benefits outweigh the risks, and this is a very common procedure. And I think once I get to moving my head a little bit more, it'll loosen up, and things will be a-okay. So I'll go ahead and post another video once I get home. Maybe things will change once I start moving a little more, but we're not even 6 hours out of post-op. And I'm real happy with the outcome. I do have some numbness still in my fingers, but they were in there digging around the nerves, so they say that's natural. No pain like there was. It hasn't lit up on me yet, so I'll go ahead and do a follow-up video when I actually get moving significantly and get home, and we'll let you know how that goes. Thanks, guys.